Did you know that some of the things Jesus said might surprise you? Jesus is one of the most influential figures in history, and his words have shaped the lives of millions. But some of his statements have been misunderstood or taken out of context, leading to confusion and controversy. In this video, we'll explore some of the most shocking or misunderstood statements attributed to Jesus and the context behind them. Many people find Jesus' words challenging or even offensive, and it's easy to see why. His teachings often turned conventional wisdom on its head, and his language was frequently blunt and provocative. But, to truly understand Jesus, we need to dig deeper into his words and the context in which he spoke them. This means considering the culture, history, and audience he was addressing. One of the biggest misconceptions about Jesus is that he was a meek and mild figure who only spoke in gentle tones. While it's true that Jesus showed compassion and kindness, his words also cut to the heart of the matter, challenging people to rethink their assumptions and values. His teachings were often radical and countercultural, and that's part of what got him into trouble with the authorities. As we explore Jesus' words, it's essential to remember that he was a master storyteller and often used metaphor, imagery, and hyperbole to make his points. This means that his statements shouldn't always be taken literally, but rather as a way of conveying deeper truths and spiritual realities. So, let's dive into some of the most surprising and thought-provoking statements attributed to Jesus. The common misconceptions or challenges people face when interpreting Jesus' words are numerous. Some see him as a divine being who spoke with absolute authority, while others view him as a human teacher who made mistakes. Many find his teachings on love, forgiveness, and sacrifice inspiring, but struggle with his statements on judgment, hell, and the law. Jesus' words on love and forgiveness are well known, but his teachings on money and wealth are often overlooked. He frequently spoke about the dangers of wealth and the importance of generosity, but these statements are often misunderstood or ignored. Jesus' teachings on women and their role in society were groundbreaking for his time. He treated women with dignity and respect, and included them in his ministry, but his statements on marriage and divorce are often debated. The Bible records Jesus making statements that seem to contradict each other, or at least appear to be in tension. For example, he said that he came to fulfill the law, but also that he came to bring a sword. Different Christian denominations and traditions have their own interpretations of Jesus' words, and these interpretations often reflect their unique theological perspectives. The way we understand Jesus' words has significant implications for how we live our lives. If we take his teachings seriously, we're called to live in a way that's radical, countercultural, and often uncomfortable. Jesus' statements on the kingdom of God are central to his teachings, but they're also notoriously difficult to understand. He often spoke about the kingdom in parables and metaphors, but the basic idea is that God is actively at work in the world, bringing about a new reality. The concept of the kingdom of God challenges our conventional notions of power, politics, and social status. Jesus' teachings on the kingdom are both inspiring and unsettling, as they call us to rethink our priorities and values. The journey through Jesus' words takes us to some unexpected places. One statement that stands out is "love your enemies." This statement is often quoted, but rarely practiced. Another key statement is "turn the other cheek." This phrase has been misunderstood to mean that Christians should be passive in the face of violence or oppression. The statement "it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the kingdom of God" has sparked debate and controversy. For those who are familiar with Jesus' teachings, the statement "I have come to bring a sword" might seem surprising. This phrase highlights the radical nature of Jesus' message. The statement that "I believe" will change the way viewers perceive Jesus' teachings is "you must hate your father, mother, sister, and brother to be my disciple." This statement seems shocking and counterintuitive, but it's essential to consider the context. Jesus was using a common idiom of his time to drive home a point about the cost of discipleship. This phrase matters today because it challenges us to rethink our priorities and loyalties. As we explore Jesus' words, we're invited to consider the depth of our commitment to him. Understanding these statements can lead to a deeper appreciation of Jesus' teachings. By exploring the context and meaning behind his words, we can gain a more nuanced understanding of his message. The key points discussed in this video highlight the complexity and richness of Jesus' teachings. His words are both challenging and inspiring, and they call us to rethink our assumptions and values. If you've been surprised by any of Jesus' statements, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Check out our next video, where we dive deeper into the Sermon on the Mount and explore what it means to live as a citizen of the kingdom.